the DJI Air 3S. Knife in a nice cut straight over the box. Let's just rip it open. Ooh, nice bag. Plastic. So what's inside then? Bunch of props, always good to have. ND filters, 8 to 128. Good range. We got the good old DJI RC2. Great remote. Love this. Feels good. Classic boot up sound. We got the classic charging bay. And here it is, the DJI Air 3S. Well, that's a chunky camera. And we got a LiDAR up top. Looks good in the bottom too. Let's take it for a spin, shall we? Obstacle avoidance test, and I think that this scenery is going to be the perfect spot to do that. And we're going to start out by doing an orbit shot around my car with the 3x lens and just hope that it doesn't crash into a tree. Take a look at that. This is going to be interesting. Okay, I'm just going to try to keep the car in frame and let the drone do the rest. What? There's no way. Do you see the amount of trees that it's going past? Wow. Yo, they're like swooshing by. Wow. Kind of hard, you know, when the sun is coming back and forth, but maybe let's drag it down to 200. But right now we're shooting with the 3x lens, and this is what it looks like when we're shooting with 1x lens. So there is a bit of a difference. But the cool thing is that it seems to recognize my face whenever I am in the frame. And wow, take a look at this shot. Huh? That's a sick shot. So what we're going to do now is that we're going to mark me, and I'm going to put on active track, and we're going to choose auto, and I'm going to hit go. And now we're going to have to see how it performs when I'm walking back towards my car. Like I'm not doing anything. And you know what? Just for the fun of it, let's see what happens if I walk into the forest. I'm just gonna do a little bit of a walking here. I'm trusting the drone, like entirely. It looks so wild. It's like, how is it even possible that a drone can do this nowadays? But I mean, like, starting to run. Let's see what happens then. It's like, is it still on me? Does it find a way? Wow! There's no way. Yeah. Okay, let's go up here instead. I'm trying to escape it. It's on me. No, and then we're down over the forest. Come on. I don't, man. Like if you're not trusting the active track and the obstacle avoidance anymore in these drones, man, let me tell you, they are wild. Hold up, there's something I want to ask you. What is the craziest idea that you got? Wait, don't tell me. Tell Artlist instead. Because Artlist is back with a $100K fund, $100,000 that you can use to pull off the craziest idea that you got without money being an issue. Maybe you're gonna rent an entire airstrip and strap a $10,000 camera onto an RC car and make the sickest car commercial that the world has ever seen. That's not bold enough. I think you got something bigger in the works. To join in on this, you gotta post a video showcasing your $100,000 idea. You gotta tag Artlist.io, and you also gotta use the hashtag Artlist100K Fun. And I, for one, am super interested in what you're going to do. I'm gonna drop a link in the description. Head over there, check it out. This is gonna be the last chance to actually join in and get those $100,000. That's sick. So last year I did a test with the Mini 4 Pro. I'm gonna send the drone straight down there, see if it stops. Oh! Oh! Come on. Oh, break! And obviously, we gotta do it again, but with Air 3S. Here we go. Straightforward. Oh, come on. Ooh. Doing a good job. Branches. Ooh. Oh. Actually doing a very good job. Shit. Wow. You see this? It's impressive. Okay, so there we stop. Do we dare to back up again? Okay. Oh. We hit something. It worked around it. No way. Look at that. Here it comes. That is wicked. This has got to be the best performance of a drone of this test so far. The reason that I'm doing these demanding tests is so that you don't have to. And obviously you're not gonna full send your drone into dense forest with branches sticking out from every tree, but now we know that it works. And just seeing how it performed in that test and actually being able to stay in the air after hitting that branch, that was impressive. And the LiDAR up top absolutely makes a huge difference when it comes to the obstacle avoidance. I'm impressed. So last test is going to be the flight time, because according to the specs, it has 45 minutes, basically the same as the DJI Air 3. How about let's putting that to the test, va? And just to show you, we got some fresh new props on the entire drone and a fully charged battery. There we go, airborne. So according to the controller, it says 32 minutes in the air. So we can try to see if we can squeeze that out. I'm not gonna fly too daredevilish, but 18 minutes and 52 seconds. And the remote says that we got 14 more minutes. And it's also starting to get a little bit cold. Right? Almost 26 minutes right now. There's a low battery, return to home promptly. But we're gonna try to squeeze the last bits out of it. I'm gonna try to cruise in neutral or normal mode, rather than try to push it. I mean, like, considering that you can get this much juice, even though you're critically low battery, you would be able to sort of like glide this home in an emergency scenario. And so far, we have like 36 minutes of actual flight time. I've been cruising on the critical low battery now for well over 10 minutes. If I want to, we can still go up. Oh, here we go. Stopwatch. Here we go. Would you look at that? I do have a couple of final thoughts on the drone, but come on! 39 minutes of actual flight time, even though I pushed it hard in sports mode for 10 minutes. That's impressive. It's like 5 minutes off from the actual promoted flight time that they have in the specs. So I actually do think that you can get the 45 minutes of advertised flight time if you're flying in optimal scenarios. Today was not. But when it comes to the camera, I think it's great that we're getting a 1-inch sensor. However, though, we're still not getting proper D-Log. They're still locking us out to stay with the D-Log M. And considering that the Mavic 2 came with D-Log a couple of years ago and a 1-inch sensor, I do think they have the possibility to actually implement it into this one as well. But I guess we'll have to see what happens in the future with updates and all that stuff. But as for now, come on, DJI. I would love to see D-Log actually be implemented in this. And when it comes to the drone itself, like overall, my final thoughts are that this is probably one of the best travel drones that you can get right now. That is not as big as the Mavic and still can handle more wind than any of the mini series. But then again, it's by no means a small drone. I actually do think that this has sort of like the same size as the Mavic 1 had when that was released. But you do have the built-in storage, which I like a whole lot. The obstacle avoidance together with the LiDAR in the front is wicked. And for those of you interested about the photography side of the drone, there is this thing that is like a 50 megapixel photo, which is basically an upscale from the 12 megapixels or some sort of stacking that is going on. Basically, if I show you these kind of images, you can see that there's some sort of like weird, upscaling in the gravel in this shot. But it does actually do a pretty good job of, making the lines sharper, as you can see on the logo on my car. And on the solar panels, it does improve the overall aspects of the photo. And if you're in the need of actually cropping into your drone photos, then I do think that this is a good option, but you shouldn't rely on it. It's better to get the shot properly instead of trying to rely on an upscale. Do you need to upgrade from the Air 3 though? I'm gonna say no. If you already have the Air 3, it's a freaking amazing drone. There's no need to upgrade as of right now. But if you're looking into buying your first drone and you're thinking about this and the DJI Air 3, then I'm going to highly recommend this, mainly because of the 1-inch sensor. It is really good as a travel drone, probably one of the best travel drones that you can get, but it's also like the master of none because we don't have the proper D-log and the telezoom has a smaller sensor than the main camera and so on and so forth. But all in all, it's a great drone. I'm gonna make a video on the DJI Air 3 versus this drone, and I would love to hear what you would like to see in that video. Do drop a comment down below. Thanks so much for watching, and don't forget the Artlist 100K fund as well. Link is in the description. Do not forget to subscribe. All that good stuff, huh? Peter från Sweden, say goodbye.